Told the preacher I love her, he said that God was a lover. I said if he really loves her, then he would love that we're lovers. I walk around in a bubble of fucking scoundrel in trouble, and every time it can rumble, the venue grind in the rubble.
I'm the shit. Looking at the money like it's mine to get. I'm the shit, bitch. Everybody down, throw the pistol and fist. I'm the shit.
Alright, DOT, so here we go. We've got Artemis, the all-new Poison Ranger, and second of the Greek gods to enter the DOT game. Here we'll just kind of do a rundown of what Artemis has to offer with your first look, and of course intro, just going to make a nod, of course, to RTJ with Panther like Panther. So with this, we've got a good view of Artemis going on right here. We've got health stats at 87,000. Damage at 22,000. This is a level 60, of course, on the test account, making sure, of course, everyone knows that. I don't have her yet. I'll be grinding out this event just like all you all, because I'm definitely interested in having her. I think she's just kind of a fun. I like this whole summoning ability. It's starting to grow on me quite a bit, you know, let's just get a breakdown going here. What does I have for the skills? I've got the Hunt, which of course is pretty standard. I got Instinct Aura 2, which offers resist against Titans, and a Matriarch Aura X, giving 117% Panther health. Personally, I would have liked maybe a little bit more, you know, maybe a specific element or something like resist to fire, especially because Panthers, you know, can become easily overwhelmed by Unite Grenadiers, but this overall isn't all that bad. I do have the 3 summon spells unlocked, which also offer the damage, the armor piercing, and the critical, as you can see here with what we have. Also offer a breakdown of what are these relics that I equipped on here. I put the Endless Quiver, which is 80% Panther damage, specifically for Omega, 20% Titan critical, and 18% troop health. Of course, that Omega Panther damage will only apply to those summoned troops, but this is, I think, kind of unique, the fact that the Omega Panthers come with 50% less damage, but we have relics that immediately offer a boost to that. With this Dory here, level 3, I just put on there. Resist against physical, Panther's damage, and Panther armor piercing. Again, I just chose some of the new relics to use that will be featured with the Artemis event, and giving everyone a chance to see what's there. I also equipped the 4-star Poison Dart, 48% Omega Panther AP, 40% Panther health, which applies to summon and standard Panthers, 24% Titan and troop resist against physical. Again, hoping that all of these different type of resist elements, things like that, have been fixed on these skilled relics. I also threw on just some standard poison relics. The Morbid Cloak, 50% Titan resist against poison. We've got the Orb of Death, which has got the 30% Titan and Army, 24/24 for resist physical and earth. Again, just pulled out just some of the standard ones I already had that weren't equipped to another relic, another Titan, and also included the 4-star Tainted Blade, 60% Titan poison damage, Panther damage, and AP, at 50% and 30% respectively, keeping in mind that the Panther skills on these relics should apply to both Panthers and Omega. Only the Omega skills apply specifically to the summon. So here's Artemis, right? 30% piercing, 25% critical, medium range, and a medium damage splash area there. Speed of 3, already looked at the health and the damage, 141,000 as far as the battle calculation goes. Defensively, offering 5% armor, 48% physical resist, and 24% earth, with 50% poison resist. Again, there is the relic arrangement. Again, I'd probably swap out that 3-star, but I wanted to include just some of those new relics and see what kind of these stats offer. One more time, there's your skills with the triple Omega Panther summon skills and 2 defensive skills with the resist against Titan and Panther health are the ones that I pulled. Again, noticing that the resist against Titan is not an X, that's just a tier 2 defensive setup, but the Major or X is an X skill, so 117% Panther health, which I don't mind health because there's really no cap to it. Now, there's the intro, and I actually noticed on the dev live stream that the Artemis kind of comes in with a little bit of a shake and tremble to the screen. I noticed this pretty much every battle, but what we're going to do is just, I wanted to get a test and just see, like, what does Artemis, you know, do against other, maybe the troops more or less, against equally leveled troops. So level 17s versus level 17s. Just going to let these Panthers run around, but I'm going to drop in some summon Panthers just so we can get a look at, I mean, that size. They're huge, and notice that they don't have any type of a saddle and they don't have a rider on them. So these Omega troops are much larger, very similar to the Storm Maidens, but I think they're even more noticeable here in the battle. Speed-wise, they definitely seem a bit quicker, as that one Omega Panther definitely can get ahead of the pack other than the other standard Panthers. So just a few things to just show off there in that battle, but definitely want to get into some more actual just comparisons, you know, size-wise, what do the battles have to offer. So let's throw them in one more and just get a good look at the size of the Panthers that we have here. Again, just looking at that drop in, I mean, look how quick that thing just, they take off for a troop right away. Again, Artemis here, just doing a little bit of battle damage, but let's drop an Omega troop right on those Storm Maidens. And that Omega Panther, even though Storm Maidens are designed to take out Panthers, that Omega Panther was able to kind of neutralize that almost right away. So let's put Artemis up against a real test. Odin with his archers and his lightning damage, and can the Omega troops do anything? My Panther is standard as far as their stats go. Their damage a little over 1,000. I don't have any resist lightning, but I do have resist against physical, that AP at just slightly over 100%. And let's just see. I mean, I'm taking on a big gun. Is Artemis enough to really take down the big battles of maybe what Panthers would be used against, you know, like getting quickly to the archers, the damage they do there. What about Ranger versus Ranger, right? Artemis was a little bigger in that screen, if you noticed. Can she outdo that range of what Odin has to offer? So let's just throw what we've got at him. And Odin fired off quicker and was able to put Artemis down right away, even just trying to get that freeze to her. So that definitely shows that, you know, I got to probably keep her back a little bit. But how about just these Panthers, you know, with the different relics and everything on there, up against the archers? Really couldn't stand it whatsoever. So let's do it again. Let's go ahead and take Artemis up against Odin, and let's maybe put in a little bit more strategy versus just throwing the Panthers at it. And what does Artemis have to offer if you just don't go kind of balls to the wall and just see what she can do? So again, Panthers, 108 AP, 40% crit. We got 72% resist against physical. They've got 39.9 as far as health goes. Again, their damage just over 1,000. So working with these guys, just going to have some reinforcements just in case, see if we can come up with a victory this time on Odin. So same map, same battle. Let's just go ahead and play a little bit of a different strategy. Let's go ahead and send the standard Panthers out at these Grenadiers and just kind of take them out. I got Artemis set back, so that way I can actually have Odin come into me and allow myself to get maybe a shot off first versus them being within range and Odin basically pulling the trigger right away. So I got enough time to get a few shots off. We'll freeze Odin, get Artemis in on there. Panthers, let's go ahead and drop those Omega Panthers in there. Let's see, how do they hold up against archers? Honestly, not very well at all. So when it comes to the physical damage and, you know, taking on a much larger enemy, these Omega Panthers probably aren't going to be the game changer for you. But I'm able to pull out a win with a couple extra reinforcements and allowing Artemis to get that range out. But that's your first look at Artemis. Just a simple build, quick gameplay to let you guys see what she looks like on the battlefield. Let me know your thoughts on Artemis, the second Greek god to release, and the all-new Omega Panthers with their summoning ability. Of course, you're tuning in here to my channel. You can catch me on a number of your different streaming sites now, including podcasts, but I'm GamingJAEGER, and I'm signing out.